So I am GRIMSBY owner, and we are in our penultimate episode of trying to win the Champions League. And we stand in good stead for this, with a Player of the Year, Ballon d'Or winner Pizarro, and a Manager of the Year. Jurgen Klopp took that award and thanked us for hiring him, and we thanked him back for getting us a win against Inter 4-3 to put us through to the quarters, where we will face Manchester City. Yes, people, I know it is a disgrace, not only the penultimate episode, but I do not have the kit on. There is good reasoning for this. 1, it's red hot, and 2, I want it washed and dried and ready for the finale. As you can see, today we've got Preston in the FA Cup finale, and then we do have both legs against City. Then we will move into the final month, probably stopping there. As of course, we've got no windows left, we've got no money as well, so I'm actually going to try and get games or gameplay done today. Use our overpowered players whilst we still can, as I have loved coaching this team. We've kept a lot of continuity, and of course by that I mean a lot of players have been here long, as McAtee's been here quite a while. Same with Mark Casado. Got him straight off his release from Barcelona. Matty Wolf's been here, Savage been a while, Doug Tharm has been here ages. As Preston are up here first, and if you do watch the main channel and this channel, spoiler alert, I will be rebuilding these soon. They have just sacked their manager, so yeah, for you guys watching this video, not only do we win, but you get a little insight to the main channel. And thank you for still watching us, as this is the run-in towards the final. Man United out, no other big club in there, and I believe that win has actually got us to Wembley. We should get a game reorganised. Who are we going to face? Of course, not as important as the Champions League rounds, as it's Leicester in the FA Cup and a potential treble. As I'm going to speak to Jurgen saying, boss, what do we do? Or is there anything we can do to keep this team rather calm? There will be a lot of games coming up, and I want to make sure we fight on all fronts and are fit enough on all fronts. Well, there is something we could do, but it would just fit the rules and maybe be controversial, but should help us in the short term. Austin Smith, of course, is on loan at Leicester, and we could recall him early to strengthen our FA Cup chances. And I mean, it does sound rather unethical, but here he is right there. He's got a +8, but we can't afford the recall fee. Still, seems like the media have seen we've tried to do that. The pesky Fabrizio Romano spying on us somehow. And that's turned Leicester fans against us. They're going to want to beat us now. You can see by their tweets, they are very outraged by this. Still, hate to say it, but the game is the game, as Chelsea are winning the Premier League game, 8 points clear now. But we still do have them to play, as we're going to simulate Bournemouth, a 2-2 draw. Are you having me on? Genuinely pathetic, and Chelsea are going to keep winning games. We can't afford to lose to the Blades. Another draw. That is with our main team, and look, we've dropped. We've gone to 4th in the Premier League, not only just 2nd anymore. Luckily enough, you can see Man City beat Chelsea, so they took their 2nd L, but we still have fallen behind. And of course, the team that just beat Chelsea is the team we play next. Manchester City, underperforming in England, but did beat Bayer Leverkusen, as in the meantime we beat West Ham to hopefully take us back to 2nd, as we do lose a player right here. Right, Mark McGuinness gone to Genoa on a free, losing a lot of frees as we've had to play our main team. So the big change that I am making is Tharm for Gabriel. Of course, he has a 5-star week for anyway he can play left centre back. And don't worry, games will be played very soon. Of course, we don't play them just yet, as we're behind in the first leg, and we've got to go to the Etihad. Haaland got a brace right there, and McAtee, which McAtee? It was John that got the goal. Not the end of the world, but still behind in that leg. And of course, James didn't score against his former club, but we hammer Wolves in the meantime. Before this week, where we do play Manchester City and then Leicester in the semis, Klopp versus Guardiola. Here we go, here we go. We're in Manchester in the blue kit. Of course, it's blue v blue. And Bob versus Schmidt, it seems. That's a good ball through right there. Can we start off very quickly? James McAtee against his former club. Needs a pass into the middle right here. Casado across. This is a very starting bright move. Oh, my days. Edison with the save. Nice from the captain, as I haven't given it back to Tharm because he's been out a while. Scott with the shot. And just hits his man, of course, as get across. That's gelled her. That's brilliant from our probably player of the season. If you don't mind me saying, there won't be a vote at the end of this season because it is the final one as a ball across. Rico Lewis saves Man City, as we need to save our dreams by somehow beating them. They've skipped right around us there. A shot off, falls to Robertson, another shot, and Coble with the save, and Schmidt with the clearance. One of them classic Champions League games, it seems already, but still, the game goes on, and Schmidt, a good ball down the line to him, a chip into the middle. Pizarro has to do better. Panic of the highest level, as we need that ball straight from the middle. Look at that from a turn. Dewsbury Hall into now Pizarro, round the corner, Casado, James McAtee against his former club. He's come through the academy here, and Edison in no man's land. McAtee on the score sheet. It is the right one this time. It doesn't even give you some celebration because he knows it's against his former club. I am absolutely stunned. I'm red hot. I'm sweating this game out, but it is 1-0 on the night and 2-2 on aggregate. Can't forget we're not winning, as now Ruben through to Enzo, through to Konza, jump in, Alex Scott, that is amazing football, he's got options at the side of him, into Dewsbury Hall, out of his way, Dewsbury Hall, it's 3-2 before half-time. The captain, of course, in the graffiti kid, I love it. 2-0 now, the Mariners in Manchester. This time not an ex-player, but it is Dewsbury Hall. It picked up by Scott. Brilliant. And it's picked up by the team overall. This is some game, as now Casado get through the middle a little bit. Pizarro making a move. A crazy game that's still not over. We can't be affording to do that. Come on, second half. City will want it, and Erling Haaland got a brace last time. Doug Tharm's chasing him back right here. Tharm has been rounded. A brilliant save by Coble. Ex-teammates, of course, as they finally bloody put Rodri on against us right here, as they did have a guy called Robertson on. No idea why they played the youngster as Haaland running around us. Doug Tharm has dealt with him this time. Back in the team with a bang as Scott. He's just allowed to run with it. Pizarro making a move. We've got to release it, Alex Scott. You've been terrible this game. Apart from being heavily involved in the second goal, of course, as John McAtee's been non-existent. Pass into Casado, across into Schmidt. We've moved the ball in transition very well, almost at the near post. I think Scott might have still been off right there. Then just stick the foot out, which was done to perfection. Dewsbury Hall, that's Pizarro. He's surely beaten the offside trap. It is Damien Pizarro. What is he doing? Completely scuffed wide, and we've had to make changes, which I don't normally do at this moment in the game. Charlie Savage on the field. We've got Gotts if we could look for him, but there's a ball through onto Pizarro. Now to Gotts, the number 9. The Dutchman cuts inside. The Dutchman with the chance. He's come on for McAtee, who, of course, I want to use in the final, as we need to keep on going, as we need to get that ball in there, and not the final, the FA Cup semi-final I am talking about. Pizarro still on the field, because I think he could kill this game off. Saved by Edison, but you know what that means. The players have stopped, and we have come back. As Jurgen's come to the press and they've asked him about progression, which he says, my team was amazing and it's good to beat Guardiola. Get in there, big win, but look at the semis. Barcelona we've drawn, but the other round, that looks good. Leipzig and Marseille, I would love to play any of them, but Barcelona first, but this first before Barcelona, the semi-finals. And after the Champions League, I'm taking a big gamble to play this one with a rotated team and without Damien Pizarro. Loved that Champions League night, but nothing beats a summer low sun game at Wembley so you can actually see the field. No kit clash, no nothing. It's going to be brilliant. As Geld heard, I was close to putting Laird in. I think I did put him at left back, give Schmidt a rest, of course, because I want him against Barcelona, which will be played today. Wilfred Gnonto Quick feet right there. Playing for the Foxes as Gabriel's back in our lineup. I just don't want him to be sloppy. Charlie Savage, the same. Not happy with the management as McAtee's got on the ball right there. Through to our striker Guerreiro. Beaten by Kenny Danzo. He is a pacey defender as now we've got to use the pace ourselves. Fofana. Seko Fofana looking to get past Gabriel. Step in there, Matty Wolf. A brilliant defender, him. And now Guerreiro on the runaway. Look at that ball over the top. Put Fabio Vieira in cam and made sure he makes a lot of forward runs because him and the striker are Portuguese, so they should link up. As Savage linking up to get a shot off. Good save, Capril, but it is first blood us. If we could just finish this corner off, head that right there. We kept on side. Fabio Vieira. Think they're happy to counter-attack and they're happy to have a corner because we gave it away straight away. Coble with a slap of the ball. Not relatively cleared. And a low shot right there as we need to slide on. Just put it behind. I think Alex Scott has to come on. Need to be more attacking as now Nonto getting around us. Wilfred Nonto slipping it in. Really good football as we've took our ex-Leicester player off. Dewsbury Hall didn't want it seems, against his former club as Guerreiro. My days. Kenny Danzo, unbelievable, Jeff. We really are struggling here, but hang on. We've stole the ball again, and Vieira's time to shine, maybe make up for his mistake. But again, just an easy block, and Charlie Savage, don't shoot from range. We will break their press. A ball through to Gotts. Straight at the keeper, man. Got to do better. Going to have to make subs, and I really didn't want to do that unless Alex got off the bench. Saved and tapped home. Fabio Vieira, he's been terrible. God awful, I'd say, but he's popped up with a goal to maybe send us to the final. Woeful goalkeeping, and it's not even Smith in goal, it's Capril, and that is as easy as you like. 1-0. No need to make subs now as they're putting a bit of pressure on. Gabriel's been a woeful signing. One of the worst. We've made this save. Still, we just get cover in. Gotts, just run the clock down and run your little legs off. Just go down this side. Keep on going. Gotts into the box. He's going to try and cut inside our number 9. Needs a goal for confidence. Hit it straight at the keeper. But the whistle does follow. And you know what that means again. Not the semi-finals this time, but the final of the FA Cup, in which we face Everton in the final. Okay, we've got an Everton player on the bench, Jordan Pickford, an ex-Liverpool manager. Can't forget about that, and can't forget playing extra cup games has limited the amount of Prem games, so now we can come back. Win 2 of our games in hand, and we are 1 point behind Chelsea, with Chelsea still to play and a better goal difference. This is very exciting, as before that, Leicester again, and it's 3-0 at their place. I mean, we did play our main squad that time. And a win against Brighton before the big one. As it's Barcelona time, and we do sim this first leg. Let's have it. No comeback needed. Please, please, please. I believe we should be through, but still, we'll play the second leg. You never know, we could bottle it as Chelsea. Oh my days, bottling it slightly as we've got Manchester City, who need 3 wins from 3 to actually get into the Champions League. And do we have to go second team? I believe we do, just for now. I've got to prioritise Champions League, and yes, we lose the game, but we've still got Chelsea to play. And that's what I'm holding out on. As look at this ending month, we've got, of course, games that we need to play. We want to play this second leg right now. Then there's Chelsea and Everton. 2 crucial games. But before they actually come up here, I'm not going to speak about Barca, but the future of Grimsby. Jurgen, something I haven't told you, because I didn't want to disturb the form, is after the end of this season, I plan on selling the club. I don't know if you want to be part of it. You do seem absolutely brilliant, for me at least, but now my time with my boyhood club is up. I'd love to go out on a win. Of course, we've got the chance of 3 trophies. And we have the Community Shield, which I don't feel is enough to go out on. But yeah, I just want to hear your thoughts, because it's the first time I'm selling the club, or told you I'm selling the club. So yeah, what are you thinking right now? Boss, I'm a bit stunned. I think I'll have to take my time on this decision. Don't want to disturb the boys, and I will keep this between me and you. But yeah, it will be sad to see you go, in all honesty. But I will stay professional, and we've got to beat Barcelona. Camp Nou, a stadium I've been to. I am, whilst you're watching this, or just after you're watching this, going to visit my second Spanish stadium. Have to look at the Instagram to see that one. YT_MWS_ as now we need to try and score. Again, we've got our main team out. Casado getting away from their defender. I think Araujo as a cross across the box. Is that Finley Burns playing for them? Just being loaned to Hull City as a tackle-in. Gerald good. And now Gerald across the field. That is a very risky ball, and Doug Tharm over the top looking for Schmidt, not reaching him. And just hoping to keep them out, so every time we attack we can take our time, but we're not going to time waste. As Schmidt loves the ball on the left-hand side. Can he reach the man in the middle to Stegen? Surprised he's not got a Zimmer frame. How old is he in this save? We are, of course, 9 or 8 years into the future. Ledoy with a tackle in the middle. Locatelli. Good signing that. A captaincy signing and a good switch. Oh, what a ball. Dusan Vlahovic, 1-0. Barcelona football, if I've ever seen it in my life. That first touch by Estanidis. What a pass to Dusan. No defending that stuff. Still, it is a 2-goal lead, but we've got to be a little bit more nervous. Dusan Vlahovic stealing the ball off us. Close, as now we need a tackle. Tharm, he's been rounded. Dusan Vlahovic. Ball back into the middle. Upender. A tough striker, but a striker that can't strike at goal. Or into the goal, it seems, as they're definitely attacking, of course, with him and Vlahovic, as we need to just mark them out. Referee, blow the halftime whistle before they get another one. In terms of this game, we're hanging on for dear life. I mean, don't be a PSG Barca game. We know what happened there in the UCL. At this same bloody stadium as Wolf. He's on a yellow card. We can't have him sent off, and that's a terrible tackle on him. Can't be having that, as now Schmidt likes to go central sometimes. He's a very versatile left-back. Can't believe our luck when we found him, as that's a ball into John McAtee, who had to score for us there. Doug Tharm with a good tackle, though, and McAtee gets the ball back inside of Rafinha there. Across towards Damien Pizarro. That corner's just been bought. There is no way that should be parried. Again, an old man in their goal as Casado against his former club. Another good save and another step towards maybe a bottle. It's maybe an own goal. Would have loved that calamity. An absolute Barca meltdown, but it still could be a meltdown just like the first leg. No handball, but don't let them attack right here. Put us into the final, which the referee does. Blowing that sacred whistle, as Grimsby Town will play either Leipzig or Marseille in the Champions League final with 3 trophies up for grabs.